Welcome to First Class Requirement 5B and 5D. First Class Requirement B. The objective is to identify 2 ways to obtain a weather forecast for an upcoming activity, and we're going to explain why weather forecasts are important when planning for an event. The different ways to obtain a weather forecast. You can use local weather websites. You could use your local television network, like for us, WSBT 22 News. You could also use phone apps like the Weather Channel app, and you could use the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration website. Now going into the end of requirement 5B. This requirement leads us to the question, why do we even want to check the weather? Well, to answer that, safety. Wind, flooding, tornadoes, extreme heat or cold can all lead into safety hazards for people. If the conditions present a serious threat to people's safety, then most likely the event will be canceled or postponed or rescheduled to a later date. Besides safety, checking the weather also helps with preparing different equipment and bringing different equipment that is needed for the conditions. Congratulations, you completed First Class Requirement 5B. Now we're starting First Class Requirement 5D. The objective of this requirement is to describe extreme weather conditions you might encounter in the outdoors in your local geographic area. We're also going to discuss how you would determine ahead of time the potential risk of these types of weather dangers, alternative planning considerations to avoid such risk, and how you would prepare for and respond to those weather conditions. Alright, the first part of First Class Requirement 5D is to describe extreme weather conditions you might encounter in the outdoors in your local geographic area. These conditions include heavy rains, strong winds, lots of snow, potential tornadoes, and very high heat. Now getting into the second half of First Class Requirement 5D. This is where we will discuss how you would determine ahead of time the potential risk of these types of weather dangers, alternative planning considerations to avoid such risks, and how you would prepare for and respond to those weather conditions. So, the first part of this is checking the forecast ahead of time. This allows you to determine the different dangers you could encounter, or like the severity of the storm, or if there's a storm. That's kind of where this comes into play. Planning for the weather also allows you to have the right kind of gear for the right kind of conditions. Thanks for watching. You have now completed First Class Requirement 5B and 5D.